Hey guys, welcome back for another week of the Read Aloud Stories. Happy Monday. I wanted to jump on here today and I wanted to go ahead and announce a winner from last week's story. So I did have someone come back who, since I was saying a lot of the people who were responding had already been a winner, I had Emily answer last week. So Emily, congratulations. Emily, you are our winner. And I will make sure that I get something out to you in the mail today. So congratulations and thank you, Emily, for watching and for sending me your answers. For Tough Boris, there were several words that I asked you to create a synonym and an antonym for, and all of the results that I had, everybody who I had respond, those synonyms and antonyms were great. So awesome job on that. Today's story that I'm going to share with you is called Hey Owl, and the author is Arthur Yorkins. Al, a nice man, a quiet man, a janitor, lived in one room on the west side with his faithful dog Eddie. They ate together, they worked together, they watched TV together. What could be bad? Plenty. Look at this dump, Eddie growled. We can't have a house, a little backyard to run around in for a change. Oh, sure, Al snapped. Today, it's a house you want. Tomorrow, who knows, maybe the moon. The moon? The moon, Eddie howled. Pigeons live better than us. No, life wasn't easy for Al and Eddie. They were always working, always struggling. It was always something. You can see they have a very humble house. One morning, while Al was shaving, a voice called to him. Hey, Al, it said. Al turned and saw a bird, a large bird. Al, said the bird, are you working too hard? Still struggling and going nowhere? Listen, have I got a place for you? No worries, no cares, it's terrific. Huh, Al said. He was confused. Al, you need a change. Tomorrow, come and be my guest. Eddie, too. You'll see, you'll love it. Then, with a few flaps of his wings, the bird was gone. You can imagine that evening's conversation. Eddie was already packing. What? Just quit my job, Al said. There's more to life than mops and pails, Eddie insisted. But that's it. We're going. I don't want to hear another word. At dawn, they were both in the bathroom waiting. The large bird appeared, and Al and Eddie were ferried thousands of feet upwards into an island in the sky. Unbelievable. Lush trees, rolling hills, gorgeous grass, birds flitted to and fro. Waterfalls cascaded into shimmering pools. Would you look at this view, Eddie said. Wow, said Al. And this has no words, but just a picture. Some very unique animals there. Birds sang and brought them food. They ate, they drank, they swam, and they sunbathed. They never had it so good. So, Al, is this so terrible? The large bird asked. What a life, Al cooed. A guy could live like this forever. The days passed blissfully as memories of their old life slowly faded. Al and Eddie decided that this was ecstasy. But ripe fruit soon spoils. One morning, Al woke up and shrieked, Eddie, look at us. We're turning into birds. Indeed, their eyes were a little beady and their noses a bit beak-like. We've got to get out of here, he croaked. Wings sprouted and tail feathers plumed. Take us back, Eddie quacked. I don't want to be a bird. I'd rather mop the floors, he honked as they both flapped furiously and rose into the air. They're starting to look a little bit more bird-like. Eddie, be careful, follow me, Al squawked. But Eddie in a frenzy was flying in circles, higher and higher. Exhausted and straining to stay aloft, he plunged into the open sea and was gone. Al barely made it home in one piece, alone without his friend. He was heartbroken. But fortunately, Eddie was a talented swimmer, and in no time he found his way back to the west side. Eddie, Al cried. Oh, Al. Paradise lost is sometimes heaven found. That has an interesting author's message to it. Paradise lost is sometimes heaven found. I think what the author is trying to tell us there is sometimes we don't realize just how good we have it until it's gone or until it's too late. So maybe on some of those mornings when we were getting up at 7:45 and we were like, leaving our house probably by 7:45 or coming into the classroom and getting up so early, we may have thought, oh, another day of school. But when you don't get to gather together every day, you kind of realize what a wonderful blessing it was. And so just kind of like Eddie and Al, they thought that their life as a janitor was just kind of boring and dull and their house wasn't really that great. And then when they realized that they weren't going to have that life anymore, they realized just how much they loved it. So I think that story really teaches us to just kind of be grateful for the blessings that we do have and to really enjoy the moment that we're living in. Now, my challenge for you is I would just like you to think about, this was one of the very first topics that we talked about in 3rd grade, and we made an anchor chart and we compared them. Thinking about fiction and nonfiction, I would like for you to tell me if this story was fiction or if this story was nonfiction. Hopefully that's jumping right into your mind. And then I want you to elaborate. I want you to tell me 2 ways that you know that it's either fiction or nonfiction. Okay? And there was many examples that I can think of in that story to support the type of writing that it was. So fiction or nonfiction, and tell me 2 ways that you know that it was fiction or nonfiction. I look forward to hearing back from you. I'm excited to be back and have another week of reading aloud stories. I'm going to continue to do a couple more of these read aloud stories. I said I was going to do 17 of them, so I'm going to see it through to 17. And then after that, I think I'm going to branch out and I'm going to start making some videos maybe on some math related topics. Maybe some of the math topics that we didn't get to at the end of the year, just as an extra challenge. And so hopefully after I'm finished with these read alouds, let's see, I have 3 more after this. So maybe on Friday, we could start a math video, okay? So I look forward to hearing back from you. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Monday and that your week is off to a great start. I'll see you tomorrow.